What's up, Facebook Live? Coming to you late night, 10:28 here, East Coast time. Hope you're doing blessed and fantastic wherever you are in the world. All my Australian friends over there in the UK, everybody over there in Europe. I got some cool things to show you tonight in the secret box right here. We have a new state bird in Virginia, which is now officially the mosquito. We've had so many mosquitoes come out. We had 7 inches of rain here in the last those 6 days we were speaking of yesterday, and the mosquitoes outside. Wait until you see the piles of mosquito. I set up our mosquito zapper out there in the driveway, and when we came home from dinner tonight with Xander and Chuck, those things were freaking everywhere. We couldn't even open up any door in this house right now. You open up a door and mosquitoes fly in. Good to see everybody logging in here. Hope everybody is doing well out there in Facebook world, wherever you are in this world, in the United States, up in Canada, my Canadian friends up there. I see a couple of you logging on here, these little bubbles, but something funky has been going on with this lately. I'm not sure what that's been. Good to see you, Danielle. Hello, Christina. We still have to see you, Christina. I was talking to Kathy about that the other day. I do want to go over to Busch Gardens, so hopefully we can get your little ones out there. We can go out there and enjoy some of the games and the rides. I do love roller coasters. How many guys out there love the roller coasters? I'm one of those roller coaster guys. I love to go fast. I love to go in circles and swing around and get jerked around on those roller coasters and give that thrill of the adrenaline rush. But number 234 of 366. I was going through some stuff today, so I want to share with you what's in this little secret box here. Many of you probably never seen one of these before. Comes with the complete box and all the little accessories to it. It's a little fishing reel from Mitchell. And check this out. This is one of the coolest features ever. This thing opens up sideways, and it's got that little line connector on it. It still works absolutely fantastic. It comes with a spare spool and all the stuff that came with the purchase, all the paperwork, everything is still in the box. I remember I found this where my mom used to live, Crystal DeMauro, up in Danbury, Connecticut, and this thing was like buried in the middle of nowhere. I dug it up and I said, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I've been carrying this thing around since I think it was like 1991, 1992 maybe, somewhere in there. So I've had this thing a long time. I've taken good care of it, keep it in the original box. That thing's gonna be worth a lot of money one day. Maybe one day soon, instead of keep carrying this thing around like everybody else. We have these collectibles, right? We keep collecting all these things. But today I want to talk about flow. Holy cow, was today the flow state. Got some definitions of flow state, what it means in psychology, how do we get into flow state. But today I was absolutely in the flow. As my good friend Jeffrey Combs says, in the hands-free zone. That's where I was all day long today, from this morning, even doing taxes. One of the things that triggers me in this life is doing taxes. Lou, good to see you, my brother. And we were doing taxes. I was even in the flow state in doing taxes, which is very, very rare for me. And there was like multiple things. Even our meditation tonight on the way to dinner, we had some beautiful dinner with some nice, I know Matthew Burke, when you watch this, when he was down here, he had some of the most delicious buffalo wings. We had some shrimp. We had some ribs on the skewer out in the back. They put these ribs on that barbecue grill in the back. Oh my gosh, everything was absolutely fantastic. We came home, Chuck and I played a little Tiger Woods golf this evening. I had the 2007. I was going through all these drawers. I found out all these things from when we moved from Connecticut to here in Virginia. So I was making putts from 73 feet, 50 feet, 25 feet, downhill as uphill. I was breaking left, breaking right. Everything was just flowing in there. Shot like 7 under par tonight. And as a reminder, drink your lemon water. This lemon water is going to keep the body nice and healthy, keep all those viruses, all those bacteria at bay. But today I got a hold of attorneys down in Atlanta. Good to see you, Carmen Quintard. Late night Facebook Live here, 10:33. Good to see everybody logging in here. Know that I love you. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all the love. Mrs. Quintard, if you haven't seen that video of Mrs. Benzo the other day, I was absolutely in the flow that day. Whatever was coming up was just flowing through me with Mrs. Benzo. She kept kissing me on my cheek, and I will always cherish that woman. I know she's having a really tough go of it now. She has a slight form of dementia. Last time I spoke to her on the phone, she didn't really know who I was. So this is the reality. This is our reality. We come into this world on fire. So I know she was born in 1926. And I know she's been in declining health, so when I go back to Florida, I will go by and see her, make sure I shoot another Facebook Live for all my good friends back in Connecticut and Mill Ridge and everybody that had Mrs. Benzo. Thousands of her students are forever changed by knowing her. And I know Mrs. Quintar, you know all about Mrs. Benzo and the Newsoms and everybody, but today we want to talk about being in the flow. How do we get into the flow state? How do we make things just manifest at will? So I've been saying these things in my meditations for 4.5 years, things I want to show up, things I'm looking to achieve in my life. But more importantly, how do we transcend those things into your life? That's what we're going to talk about here this evening. So today I was absolutely in the flow. Everything was happening. I found attorneys down in Atlanta, Georgia. We got bookings for closings up in Connecticut. Talked to the lawyer up there. We had scheduled closings for our first flip property down here in Virginia. So we got I put an ad on Craigslist. Check this out. I put an ad on Craigslist. I was in such the flow zone today. 2 people called me up. Roofers, sheetrockers, siding guys, they do all of it. I'm like, you can't just make this stuff up. So one of the things we say now is this always happens to me. And this could absolutely happen to you once you learn how to get into the flow state, speak your truth, be your truth, live your truth like we were talking about last night. All those things become who you were created to be. That is the ultimate blessing, is be who you are. So today, all these things were happening. What else did I write down here? Tiger Woods putting, attorneys, closings, workouts, meditation with the guys on the way to dinner tonight. Man, we were just tapping in. So here's the key to flow state. It says flow state is the positive psychology, a flow state also known as, I'm not a big college guy, so you guys can help me with this word. I put it in here so you guys can figure that out. Colloquially, so I can't even pronounce that word. It's almost like collaterally being in the zone. So being in the zone, being in the flow state, it's all the same thing. You hear about this in baseball players, basketball players, when they're in the zone. Like Mookie Betts, perfect example. Here's a guy that's gotten, I think it's 6 games now, 3 home runs in 1 game. He did it in 813 games. The next closest is like 1,800 games. Not even close. So that's being in the zone. When you can make that baseball look like a BB and you can hit it wherever you want, hit one left field, right field, center field, doesn't matter. You're just in the zone. It's a mental state in which a person performing an activity is fully immersed in a feeling of energized focus. How do you get into that immersed, energized focus? It's by doing the habits, the habitual training over and over. And we'll go into the 7 activities that are going to help you achieve this flow state. So not only can I become in flow state, you can become in flow state. Every one of us can become in flow state once we understand the principles behind this. So it's fully immersed in a feeling of energized focus, full involvement, and enjoyment in the process of the activity. So you have to be able to enjoy that activity in order to get into that flow state. You ever seen some basketball players, and they just make shot after shot in the 3-point zones? I've been seeing a lot of this the last couple of years with basketball players out there. A lot of these guys in the NBA and the college start draining threes and they don't miss. I mean, I remember Reggie Miller back in the day. This guy was just pick up the ball and just throw it up, and it was just going from everywhere. I think he won a game at the end of a game with like 6 seconds left. He stole the ball, he made the ball. Before you know it, he scored like 9 points or something crazy, 8 points, and he won the game with like 6 seconds left. That's being in the zone or in the flow state. And this is a super powerful tool when we learn how to create the habits that serve us. When you create those habits to get into that flow state, and it's not going to happen often, but when you get into that flow state, I would highly encourage you to double down on whatever the activity is that you're doing and watch how much you can go ahead and manifest at will by being in that flow state. So here's 7 activities that can get you into the flow state. Number 1, focus on your body. Get your body, get some kind of physiology change. We talk about this a lot with our next level guys. We talk about this a lot with the guys that run gymnasiums out there, yoga. Something that energizes that body and flips the switch can get you into that flow state. Number 2, focus on the mind. We've been talking about this from day 1 of this Facebook Lives, and here we are at day 234 already. Get that mind-body connection, the mind and the heart and soul all involved in the same thing going forward, and that was going to help energize you and get you into that flow state. Number 3, leverage your memory. The memory is a powerful tool. It can work for us, it can work against us. But once you get into that muscle memory, you get that release shot, and you get that timing down of the swing, or you got that quarterback pass. You see these quarterbacks, they complete 21 passes in a row. That is the flow state. They can see it before it's happening. Number 4, focus on your thoughts. As you get your thoughts crystal clear and you have clarity and you can see the whole playing field, you can see over here peripheral vision, you can see in front of you, you can see the guy behind the guy, even if they have the same color uniforms on, you can still pick out your players because you are so tapped in to clarity and vision. Number 5, communicate. How do we communicate between all these faculties? How do you communicate with your teammates, your soulmates, your vendors, all these people that are in that flow state with you? You have to have that communication. And the last one is the lifelong learning. This is something you're going to learn all the time in our lifetimes. You have a lifelong memory. That ties right into number 3. When you can take that memory and you can recall that, it gives you a familiarity. That is going to really assist you to get into that flow state. So good to see everybody logging in here. What's up there, Brother Jose? Good to see you. Matthew Gardner, what's up, my brother, all the way from Utah, down there in Dallas, Texas. Everybody from across, we are here, late night Facebook Live, 10:39 East Coast time. Flow state, in the zone. How do we get into this state of being in the zone? Today, I was absolutely in flow state all the way through the entire day. And we got here, good Sri, good to see you, Sri. And we got here all the way till after dinner. We had that beautiful meal. I came home and said, hey, Chuck, let's play a game of Tiger Woods. I found the Tiger Woods in my thing today. And you guys that are just logging in now, check this thing out. Old Mitchell reel. It opens and closes this direction. We have it with the box and the spear spool in all directions. This thing is an absolute antique treasure. I have all the pieces and parts to that thing there. So I was going through a bunch of stuff today, looking through, finding my taxes, number 1. We had all the books all stuffed in. When we left Connecticut, I had them stuffed in a drawer. I said, we'll deal with it later. And guess what? Today is later. We had to pull all that stuff out. So even being in taxes was in the flow state. Found the attorneys down in Georgia. Had the closing schedule for Monday on our first flip down here. We got the closing schedule next week for properties we're selling in Connecticut. I put an ad on Craigslist. I found 2 roofers in a matter of 2 hours. They do siding, they do roofing, they do plumbing, they do everything. So this is one of the things I've been asking for from the universe in my meditation every morning. I ask for people by assignment. What are you asking for? Are you asking what's going to help you? Or are you asking for things that are holding you back? So be very careful about the words we speak to each other. So getting into that flow state, in the positive psychology, a flow state is known as colloquially, you guys got to help me pronounce that word, colloquially, as being in the zone. So it's the same thing as being in the zone. It's a mental state in which a person performing an activity is fully immersed in a feeling of energized, focused, full involvement, and enjoying the process. We've been talking about process on here for a long time. Enjoying the process. There is no destination. Enjoy that daily process, and many times trusting in the process as well as trusting in the timing, because we all wanted it yesterday, but the reality is you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And some of those activities is focus on the body, focus on the mind, leverage your memory, focus on your thoughts, communication, and lifelong learning. Those things are going to help you get into the flow state or being in the zone. And then you can attract the things into reality the way you set the intention each and every day getting up. Powerful insights for you guys. I hope you heard something from this. Get out your notepads, write this stuff down. This is some super duper insights here, adding value to all of our lives. That's the only way we're going to rise as well. That's the only way we're going to keep moving forward. That's the only way we're going to overcome all life's challenges. It's not about the outside world. It's about the inside game. And once we can conquer the inside game and get more and more days into that flow state, flow zone, where we're just making threes from the outside, or we're hitting three home runs in one game, that's the state we want to operate from. And when we get there, double down. Go all in on you. Go all in and have the enjoyment. I can't stress enough how much the enjoyment. I guess we were talking about having fun. We were doing karaoke and all kinds of fun activities. We played some mini golf this week and all these things. Yes, we have to go out there and execute in business. Yes, we have to go out there, execute in family, but also take time to feed yourself and be in enjoyment, be in that state of love, be in that state of bliss, get into the flow, get into the zone. And when all those things happen, that's when you're going to go out there and feel peace with inside of your heart and soul. Keep showing up, everybody. I appreciate you, honor you. Have a blessed and fantastic evening. We're going to go over here. I've got a whole list of things to get done here tomorrow. We're going to start lining up stuff for this job site and bang out this first fix and flip. I'm estimating 5 weeks for a complete rehab of this property. We'll show you the before photos, during photos, after photos, purchase price, sold price. This is how fast we can do some fix and flips and make some cash to go out there and help these veterans and build some more of those senior veteran homes, build some more of those assisted living homes. That is called being in the flow zone, being in the zone. I appreciate you. I love you. Keep showing up. They have not seen nothing yet, and our time has come to rise as one. I will see you guys soon. Have a blessed and fantastic evening. Keep showing up. They have not seen nothing yet.